Welcome to Sting Time. I'm Billy Miller, your student body president. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, Desert Edge, and welcome to this Friday's show. Today's the 11th of September, 2020. DETV starts now. Coming up on today's show, as always, we'll have the latest Desert Edge news. Later, we'll take a look at one of the most devastating attacks on American soil, and Anya Carlson will have the latest news in the world of digital streaming. All that and more coming up in today's episode. Welcome to today's show. I'm Jacob Patterson, here with your Desert Edge Friday news. Someone needs blood every 2 seconds, and with the pandemic, donations are low. Our community needs you. DE Student Government has partnered with Vitalant and Skyway Church to host the upcoming blood drive. Vitalant follows all safety guidelines, so please consider donating. The drive is September 23rd, 2020 at Skyway Church, 14900 West Van Buren Street, Goodyear, Arizona 85338. The drive runs from 9 to 2 p.m. Donors must be at least 16 years old. Minor donors can find the minor donor permit at vitalant.org. Click donor forms at the bottom of the page. Register at bloodhero.com, code DesertEdgeHS. Appointments are encouraged. Please contact Ms. C. Mendoza, student government sponsor, for additional information at cmendoza@aguafria.org. Next week, we'll be having a Simple Spirit Week hosted by Stugo. Monday will be Mask Up Monday. Show us your favorite mask. Tuesday will be Sports Team Tuesday. Show us your favorite team. Thursday will be Pajama Thursday, showing us your comfy jammies and bedhead hair. Friday will be School Spirit Friday. Show us that DE spirit. Make sure to tag the school's social media accounts. Let's show these kids how much spirit we have. With all the announcements out of the way, we can go to our first segment of the day, Weather with Medea.
Hey Desert Edge, today's weather during the day will be up to 100 and at night it'll go down to the 70s. On Saturday we will have highs up to 104 and lows in the 70s. Sunday we will have highs in the hundreds and lows in the 70s and 80s. Monday we will see highs up to 104 and lows in the 70s and 80s. Tuesday we'll have highs up to 105 and lows in the 80s. On Wednesday we'll have highs in the mid-100s and lows in the 80s. Finally, on Thursday we'll have highs in the mid-100s and lows in the 80s. That's all from me, Desert Edge. Peace.
Next up, we take a look back at a true American tragedy.
Welcome to This Week in History. Today, as you may know, is the 19th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
As we all know, 9/11 was horrible, and it affected all of us. Our staff members were of all ages when the attack struck, from being in college to being in elementary school. When the first plane hit, the news spread like wildfire.
Immediately I got on the plugged phone in the wall and started calling family members to see if they knew what was going on.
So I was in the bathroom quite a ways away from the phone, and it kept ringing. It just would ring, and then stop. And who would call me at 6 o'clock in the morning or shortly after 6?
We would, people were calling each other just to make sure they knew. I called my mom at work and she didn't know. So then, it was kind of like domino effect. If you called somebody they didn't know, everybody then started, trying to find out the news, because we didn't use the internet like we do now, where people were so connected. So it was a lot different time.
The attacks had devastated America and affected people in a variety of ways.
I think my boyfriend, again, who was living in New Jersey, he lost his job. from the attacks because everything came through New York City. But also, John was on the phone with his brother Bill, who lived downtown and saw the second plane hit. And John was on the phone with Bill when that happened. During that day, up at the top of the towers, there were communication antenna type things for the entire state, just everything. And so when the towers fell, all communications stopped. And it wasn't like now where there is a cell phone tower on every street corner. That was it. And so I was able to communicate with John, and we were using AOL messaging, as in like old school AOL. And so we were chatting, and he wanted me to contact their parents who lived up in the state of Maine and tell them that they were okay. I was the go-between that entire day because they weren't able to tell their parents that they were okay.
It definitely, I had roommates neighbors across the hall. I was in an apartment, and we all gathered together and watched the news together, and it was just people were crying and just hugging each other, and you just didn't know what to do, what was going to happen next, to kind of wait and see, what to do next. We had no idea.
However, through the horrors of 9/11 attacks, a spark of hope shined as people banded together in acts of patriotism to push through the attacks and continue to rebuild as a nation.
I think the attacks initially, the nation as a whole, I think people bonded together, kind of sought each other out for support and to, try to help each other feel comfort, because everybody was affected in some way or another, whether you were near or far. So, we lived in Ohio, close to New York, with a lot of people that we knew through the university, and just friends and family had people that lived near there or were affected, some way or another, police department, fire department, everybody. And so I think it brought people together, and people were more aware of, it's kind of that, you just never know when things can happen that are scary like that. It's kind of eye-opening.
Actually, that we were very much brought together when the terror attacks happened. There were so many songs that put out, and there was just this resurgence of patriotism with everybody. Lots of people joined the military because that's when everything was going to get ramped up, and then due to the different wars across the water in the Middle East, and I think just patriotism among everything else.
Now on to Anya with news from the stream.
Thanks, Jacob. I'm Anelka Carlson, and this is the news from the stream, the latest news in streaming services. This week, the Bob Ross channel is moving to Atmosphere, the leading streaming service for businesses. Now, thousands of businesses will be able to show hundreds of episodes of Bob Ross painting in their lobbies and offices for free. The Mulan controversy continues. Although Disney Plus downloads are up 68% this weekend alone, not all is well. Mulan is set to open in theaters in China today. However, due to the lead actress's active support of the police in Hong Kong, many are calling for a boycott of the movie. Disney is yet to comment on the situation, but this, combined with criticism for the movie's filming location, could lead to a major loss for the company. And finally, Bel-Air fans rejoice as The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is getting a 2-season reboot on Peacock. The reboot will be a reimagining of the show as a drama with a modern twist, while still being faithful to the original sitcom. That's it for the news on the stream. Now back to Jacob for a few final words.
That does it for today. Remember, you can send us requests, suggestions, story ideas, and announcements to DETV bobross2012@gmail.com. Until next time, I'm Jacob. Have a great day, Scorpions.